He's a real game.
Nigga had no friends, fam. He's playing all of this by himself. He had no friends. How many friends were you playing?
Who played Mario Kart by themselves?
You did? Trying to get better?
Hey, Pat is a practicing ass nigga.
He's a practicing ass motherfucker, man.
I always hated niggas that played the game like Monday through Friday and practice just so they can get better. Just so Saturday they can get
That's the type of motherfucker. Gotta have the game for a whole week.
I hate niggas that do that with 2K. I'm like, nigga, don't play 2K by yourself. Just so when I come over here, you can.
That says a lot about you. When you don't like niggas that practice, because you just expect to show up and win, and then you're just like, oh wait, you worked on this to get better? You beat me?
I'm sorry, I'm naturally talented, my nigga.
He had the game for a whole week and then tell you he got it at the end.
Yeah. I just got it.
I was like, oh shit, I didn't know I could do that.
What's good, everybody? It's your fellow Retro. How's everybody doing today? The best 90s video game ever is... I don't hear no typing down below. Y'all gotta let me know what's the best 90s video game of all time. I'm gonna have to either go with Mario Kart or 007. I was really big on either shooters, racing games, sports games, adventure games. I wasn't really big on the one-on-one combat fighting games. I would more of just watch those whenever my cousins would play. They knew if I played, it was gonna be an easy game for them. Like when we did tournaments, like when we did either Mario Kart tournaments or Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter tournaments, I was getting up out of there quick. I just really, I didn't really like those games for real. They weren't really fun to me. I was either playing sports, shooters, or like adventure games. But let's go ahead and get into this one right here. The best 90s video game of all time is. Y'all let me know down below and let me know what you want to see next. Hit that like
Tia,
button.
what's your game?
Hit that like button, subscribe, let's go. Zelda was cool.
Tia, what's your game? You didn't play video games. You were 45 in the 90s.
His game is putting his arm in the blood pressure machine and pressing start.
I'm rolling. Best game of the 90s, Mario Kart. Alright? This game got fucking nothing.
It's still fun.
It's still fun.
It got nothing.
How
You
can
know,
you say that
it
when
was
you're
a-
Dr. Robotnik?
it was
You go for Sonic. You go for the game that made you famous. You go for Sonic.
He could be Wario, too.
He could be Wario.
Wow.
Okay, now you can go backwards.
The best video game of the 90s was Mortal Kombat. You see that? You see that? Not a thing. I'm geeked up about to whoop somebody's ass. But get over here. We still say that to this day. Do we not?
I do.
I should do that to a barber. Like, hey, get over here and cut this off.
Hands down, the most beautiful, the most big, the most wide, the most adventurous game of my childhood. The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. It incorporated the music. You learned how to do the little flute. You had adventure.
We done fell asleep over here.
There was battles. There was dungeons. There was monsters.
Link is the weakest person on a video game ever.
Link?
People don't even know that's his name. They just call him Zelda.
Yeah.
First, he had like 300 items and no backpack. Yeah, he was just carrying a bunch of shit in his romper.
A bunch of bullshit.
He low-key had a romper. He low-key had the first male romper. Metro Boomin played Legend of Zelda. And that's how he made the mask off beat.
What are video games about? They're about competition, right? Lining up one-on-one.
I hate when he does this.
Just you one-on-one, just stealing on somebody else until they go down after 2 rounds.
And you got 10 feet to move.
Best multiplayer game. Shout out to Pierce Brosnan
I'll give you that.
as 007. You can play
007.
this for hours. You can put it on License to Kill and chop somebody to death. Walk around.
those were boring.
One of the best features of this game, aside from catching on fire and being able to make full court shots, was your teammate was always cutting to the basket. I like that.
I think it was 2-on-2.
I know.
Where else he gonna go?
Parents were legit upset with
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat because they had, remember the blood?
Oh, yeah, it did.
I spelled combat wrong for like 5 years.
Yeah, it's still with a K, right? I think they bloods over there.
I didn't understand.
The announcer was as much a part of the game as after
Well,
playing.
it's not him. He made the game.
He's on fire!
That was pretty cool. I like how they like jumped all the way up to the rafters.
Niggas.
Spun around.
And then it was like in the air.
What team did you play as? Cincinnati?
Chicago? The Chicago Bulls.
That's a good
There's no basketball team in Cincinnati.
Yeah, that's why I couldn't think of
But
nothing.
that was the joke. Okay. Much like your edges. All right.
Whoa! A full court!
game. It started you off easy enough. You did the mushroom cup.
You got to get your go-kart past the finish line now.
To take the corners properly.
You can play this right now. The graphics ain't holding up.
No, it don't at all.
The enjoyability level.
No, you'll play a hot 2 rounds and be like, nigga, turn
The ability is good. They just can't close their hands. They was holding guns like this.
This game did teach hood niggas all the guns. Like
The
I
P90s. You know why it's the best fighting game? Because you remember every single character.
Kid and Ryu are the same person in different outfits.
Nigga, no, they had slightly
did
different
not.
moves.
Think of some of these characters, man. You got Sub-Zero. Way better than...
Wait, y'all literally argue that Kid and Ryu are the same person, and Sub-Zero Scorpion are for sure the same nigga. They're the same nigga.
They got the same move. One just throws ice.
One throws ice, the other throws like a little string that
One
pulls
is
you out.
like ice and fire. Like Sub-Zero freezes you. He go over there, boom,
Yeah,
race
those are
you.
completely different. Ryu and Ken's moves are interchangeable.
John will argue that Bloods and Crips are the same people. To this day, the enjoyability still holds up.
It's absolutely still
If you
enjoyable.
crack it up right now, we can get it popping.
You race
right now.
150 cc's.
Absolutely, you had
You
to.
raise anything below your pussy.
Yeah, man.
I didn't realize there was so much.
Peach couldn't even get it to 150 cc's. Peach capped off. She didn't go past mushroom cup.
Peach did cap off, didn't she?
No, that's misogynistic. One female racer, and she's the only character that can't handle 150. It was like a beautiful book. It was just
boring.
filled with everything that a kid's imagination
So
should
long
have.
and dry.
You started off as
It was like
a
the
young
Bible of
boy.
video games.
This was a good time in gaming when there was split screen. Now there's no split screen anymore. Everybody plays online.
I know.
You had the multiplayer. You had to come over.
I don't even remember how we scheduled those meetups.
You rode your bike around until you saw a pile of bikes, and you're like, "Oh, we at Carl's house."
You really couldn't flake on niggas back in the day because like you would have to set that up the day before. It'd be like,
yeah. If you
nigga,
ain't there at
tomorrow
3
3 o'clock.
You weren't there, bro. We gone.
You had to train a pigeon.
They don't even offer split screen in games.
No,
They don't.
My 2 sons at home can't even play a game together at the same time on the PS4. They got to get online.
But the split screen with double O, like people used to cheat. They used to screen watch too, though.
Oh yeah, you had a screen watch.
I don't even consider screen watching cheating. That's just tactical. Nigga, like,
Remember I used to get on your knees and just slide around everywhere like nothing. We just.
This is super the jump. The jump.
Hey, a lot of people didn't know that when you sidestep, it was faster than going forward, so you could just had to sidestep everywhere.
I do sidestep.
I didn't know that.
I know you can sidestep.
C left and C right, and it was faster. So niggas was running around the whole. You know what was so dope on this that I haven't seen in any other fighting game? When you can punch somebody up through the ceiling into another spot.
Oh yeah, that was live.
The thing I liked about it was all the codes you could put in. Like you put in the big head code.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the cheat codes?
Mascots,
Oh,
remember?
you can be the mascot. Yeah, the big ass
They
head. They
make
just
them
float
argue
around.
me.
Which cup? Special cup, mushroom cup, flower cup, star cup.
And he remember all of them.
I know everything.
nigga, you were invested.
Yeah, he's a real game.
Nigga had no friends, fam. He's playing all of this by himself. He had no friends. How many friends were you
Who
playing?
played Mario Kart by themselves?
You did? Trying to get better?
Hey, Pat is a practicing ass nigga.
It's a practicing
You know,
ass
I
motherfucker, man.
always hated niggas that played the game like Monday through Friday in practice just so they can get better.
Saturday,
Just so
Sunday,
Saturday they can get on
That's the
your
type
ass.
of motherfucker.
Niggas get reps in.
Gotta have the
I
game
hate
for a
that to
whole
this
week.
day. I hate niggas that do that with 2K. I'm like, nigga, don't play 2K by yourself just so when I come over here, you can
That
run me
says a
money.
lot about you when you don't like niggas that practice because you just expect to show up and win. And then you're just like, oh wait, you worked on this to get better? You beat me?
I'm sorry, I'm naturally talented, my nigga.
He'll have the game for a whole week and then tell you he got it after he practiced.
Yeah. I just got it.
I was like, oh shit, I didn't know I could do that.
I hated when niggas just constantly did the Liu Kang fire thing. You couldn't move. They just
Or that like, you could always get blocked though. You get
But
blocked.
more importantly though, better than Street Fighter had that finish him.
Then you could go ham on somebody. Yeah, that's a good ending.
Walk around with a sock on his head.
That's funny. That's real funny. That's what video game you got?
Street Fighter, real men.
Nobody had a good outfit in that video.
Oh, dojo fit.
No, Balrog. John looks like Balrog.
The hat looks like he has to be told to put on shoes in the mall. Yeah, we're gonna,
Sir, you can't be in the wishing well.
we're gonna need you to put on your shoes before you walk in the journeys. So you can't burn sage in the mall. You gotta. Shut up.
Y'all both built like Nintendo cartridges. Anyways, Legend of Zelda was the best. It was one of the first open field games. You could just walk around doing whatever, fighting people. That shit was
People still didn't play it.
Everyone played it. It has a huge fan base.
They don't know anything of that.
I tell you right now, we're gonna get that princess. And I'm gonna have so many items, and I'll show them.
I'll give you this. It was a nerdy game. I'm not even gonna lie. It was a nerdy game. I stand by it, and it's still my favorite game to this
Stand by
day.
your barber.
Mustache could be trimmed down at any time. Mustache.
Got a Joe Jackson mustache.
Thick as the forest that Link had to run through.
The best 90s video game. Sorry I didn't do too much talking like I normally do. It's early. I was trying to eat this before it got soggy, but as you can see, that mug got overly soggy. There might be one that was on top of some cereal that didn't get milky. Hold on. That's the only one. Best 90s video game of all time. See y'all in the next video. I'm gonna have to go on Mario Kart 64. Then if I'm counting them down, I'm going Mario Kart number 1, 007. This is tough. Because even though I didn't like the fighting games, they weren't my favorite, they were still fun, even if I got beat. I wasn't the type of person that got mad when I got beat because I knew I wasn't good at it. Mario Kart 64, 007, NBA Jam, Mortal Kombat, because it was like more gory and looked like a little bit more cool than Street Fighter in my opinion. Then Street Fighter, then Zelda. See y'all in the next video. Everybody, stay safe, hit that like button.